We are back, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. So, we're playing Jurassic World Evolution 2 again, but I'm going to give you guys a little tour, a little magic carpet ride, I guess, of what the park has.
Streaming Jurassic World Evolution 2, taking a tour of my park and giving names.
Hold on, I am just setting everything up, chat. Give me a minute, por favor. Alright, we are set up more or less. So for now, what I'm going to do is we are going to go on the Jurassic World tour ride that I made. That shows off all the creatures. If I remember where the hell I put it. Here we go.
Inside the tour vehicle at all times.
Alright, I'm driving it. I nearly forgot. Let's see if I can figure this out. Alright, so we'll take this one.
Welcome to the most exciting way to experience our dinosaurs in their environment.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the RizRex Jurassic World Experience. We have lovely weather today, folks. A peak of 92 degrees with a small chance of rain, but that won't let us down.
Hurricanes can cause significant disruption and destruction. It is not our intention to worry you, but to help prepare you for potentially dangerous conditions. Please listen out for the instructions during such adverse weather.
Along with that, folks, I will get you a up and close look to some of our attractions. So please keep all appendages, hands, feet in the vehicle at all times. But most importantly, let's have fun today. We will be encroaching on an enclosure real soon.
Our animals have extremely delicate diets that require expert regulation. Please refrain from feeding our prehistoric animals.
Let's speed up a little bit. Here we're going to be encroaching on some of our herbivores. If I remember correctly. Yep. You're going to see some of them right across the field, right here. So...
Although the flat-topped skull of Homalocephali would sometimes be used for butting heads, it is theorized that this species would occasionally use their broad hips to engage in butting.
Over there, over yonder, that is the Brachiosaurus. One of our bigger sauropods that we have here. The name itself means arm lizard in Greek. Beautiful, isn't it?
Unlike a number of other sauropods, the forelimbs of the Brachiosaurus are notably longer than its hind legs. This causes its back to incline and gives it an appearance that vaguely resembles the giraffe.
That is actually true. There are also other dinosaurs, but I believe they're deeper in the brush, in the forest. But I'm gonna try and get you lovely folks a closer look. Because here with Rex, we like to go insano style.
The name Gallimimus means chicken mimic, referring to the similarities that its neck vertebrae bears to galliforms such as turkeys, pheasants, and of course chickens.
Shh, we have to be quiet. Now, the dinosaur that's approaching us is a Parasaurolophus, a hadrosaur that lived in the Cretaceous period. While most hadrosaurs can walk on their hind legs, they're also pretty formidable walking on all fours as well, which makes them very unique. Also,
Gallimimus is one of the largest ornithomimid dinosaurs. Despite its size, this sauropod is capable of running at impressive speeds, using its long, strong legs to cover a lot of ground with each stride.
shh, quiet chat, it's sleeping. You can't wake it up.
The name Gallimimus means chicken mimic, referring to the similarities that its neck vertebrae bears to galliforms such as turkeys, pheasants, and of course chickens.
Let's go a little bit deeper, shall we? Then we'll try to head back to the path. Ooh. It's the Stygimoloch. Beautiful, aren't they? But if we go to the watering hole,
Have an innate desire to establish their own territory. Many will do so amicably, some through the use of force. This need has existed for millions of years, and finally, we are getting an amazing look into prehistoric patterns of dinosaur behavior.
see what we have. We have a few trikes, Polacanthus, there's some trikes, and a few other dinosaurs across the watering hole. Careful, folks. We're going to be getting a little wet.
The most dominant dinosaur in a group is recognized as the leader. However, not all changes in leadership are the result of conflict. Some of the more social dinosaur species achieve the dominant status through intimidation alone.
See if we can find any of the other herbivores that are around here. Now I know we have some Edmontosaurus.
Remains of Parasaurolophus were first discovered. It was believed to be a close relative of the hadrosaur species Saurolophus, leading to it being named near-crested lizard.
There we go, we're back on the path, so we'll just follow it for now. And see if we find anything. Gallimimus.
Each dinosaur group you see in the park has a socially accepted leader. For some species, this leader is recognized as the group's alpha, but it may find itself being challenged regularly to retain.
And then there's our
its status.
Brachiosaurus. It's probably the best that we're gonna get of him. Unless... There we go. Now we're also gonna do a tour of the marine and aerial reptiles, so stay tuned for that, folks. For now, it's just a tour of the
You may
ground.
well witness dinosaurs attempting to establish dominance while you are on this tour. While it can be worrying and distressing to witness, these standoffs are vitally important to the way these animals select an alpha.
Oh, Pachycephalosaurus. The Friar Tucks of the late Cretaceous. Now, let's be very quiet here, folks. We got some tracks on the road. And I believe that's also...
The dinosaur in the group is recognized as the leader. However, not all changes in leadership are the result of conflict. Some of the more social dinosaur species achieve the dominant status through intimidation alone.
Beautiful, isn't it? That's our other Brachiosaurus.
Here at the park, it is our duty to mitigate damage and injury during a hurricane strike. Our weather forecasts provide us with a small degree of advance warning, allowing us time to relay any important instructions to our park
Oh,
guests.
it's one of our Apatosaurs. And I think we may be bumping into some of our other dinosaurs right after these trikes go across. Well, let's continue on, folks. There's our Parasaurolophus.
Apatosaurus feeds on plants and tree leaves, swallowing large portions without even chewing. Because its jaws lack molars, it relies on ingested stones to aid its digestion, just like many of our modern birds.
Shh, be quiet. There's a Parasaurolophus sleeping in the road. We'll go around it quietly.
Chaotic tropical storms have been known to occur in these parts. Please be mindful of the dangers posed by these.
Too bad we didn't see the Amatosaurs and some of the other dinosaurs that are around.
If you have any concerns, please speak to a member of staff.
So for now, let's make a U-turn to see if we can find them. Thank God I don't have an actual license.
Please be aware that loud noises can disturb our animals. Please refrain from making any sudden sounds.
Oh, there's the Warehernosaurus. Some of our smaller stegosaurs. May not be the actual big stegosaurs, but we love them nonetheless. I mean, look at them. They're cute. They're like big dogs. If the dog was the size of a small car. But let's not cause them to panic, otherwise they'll hit us. And that's a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Significant disruption and destruction. It is not our intention to worry you, but to help prepare you for potentially dangerous conditions.
Then there are
Please listen
trikes.
to safety instructions during such adverse weather.
Our Brachionopadosaurs. We'll soon be coming upon the carnivore exhibit, folks, where we have our signature attraction. We have two carnivore exhibits actually. One with raptors and the Indominus, and another one with two T-Rexes and a few other small carnivores.
Have been known to occur in these parts. Please be mindful of the dangers posed by these storms, and remember that conditions can change with alarming speed. If you have any concerns, please speak to a member of staff.
Oh, Jesus, that was close. There she is. Better fasten your seatbelts, because we're going to be encroaching on the king and queen.
Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard, needs This illustrious theropod is one of the world's most iconic dinosaurs, and among the largest land carnivores to have ever walked the earth.
Now, for now, folks, let's stay very still. According to the Jurassic Park lore, if we stay perfectly still, the T-Rex won't see us. But in real life, that is not actually true. T-Rexes have very, very keen senses and are very good hunters. Along with the fact that they have one of these...
Tyrannosaurus rex boasts one of the greatest bite forces ever recorded. Not only can this powerful predator's jaws easily shatter bones, but a single bite from T-Rex is enough to crush you.
There are a few other small little guys that are around here. And I believe that is one of them. I believe that is a Compsognathus or a Moros intrepidus. Or a Sinosopteryx. I cannot remember what I put in here, actually. Yep.
Tyrannosaurus rex, the tyrant lizard, needs no introduction. This illustrious theropod is one of the world's
Those
most
are-
iconic dinosaurs, and among the largest land carnivores to have ever walked the earth.
So those little guys out that are right there, those are Sinosopteryx. These little guys are from China. Who would have thought, with the prefix Sino? They're also feathered as well.
Please keep your seatbelts fastened while the truck is moving, as we may encounter difficult terrain along our route.
And there's our T-Rex moving. If we're lucky, maybe we'll see it try to chase the goat. Let's get back onto the path, folks. We've got another dinosaur to see. So for now, hang on to your butts. That's right, we don't follow rules. I own this park. Now this is where things are going to get a little more dangerous, folks.
During the tour, but we ask that you avoid the use of flash photography, as it can startle the animals.
Yeah, we don't want that. But what you guys might see is something very different. You ever want to see a dinosaur glow in the dark? Well, now you can. Because right over there, don't mind the goat, we have a few raptors somewhere around here. And
A ginormous predator with astonishing intelligence, unfathomable strength, and the miraculous ability to conceal itself, Indominus Rex adds a thrilling new chapter to the chronicles of prehistory.
along with that, this thing is basically built in a lab as well. Which, while kind of sad and, you know, kind of fucked up, don't ask how I got its glow in the dark, alright? Don't ask.
An amalgamation of the most fearsome, cunning, and dangerous predators to have ever walked the earth, Indominus Rex is a spectacular hybrid
Oh shit, it's up.
the world has ever seen.
Hi, Mr. Indominus. Please don't attack my vehicle. I brought you into this world and I'll take you out. That's what I thought. Bitch ass.
A ginormous predator with astonishing intelligence,
And then I hear our raptors out and about.
and the miraculous ability to conceal itself. Indominus Rex adds a thrilling new chapter to the chronicles of prehistory.
Oh shit, it's up. Alright. Where'd it go? And then there's our raptors. I would say we should approach one, but that's a horrible idea. Last time we did that, you know what, let's not think about last time.
Velociraptor is a highly skilled hunter, armed with recurved claws that are perfect for pinning and slashing their prey. Through coordinated, carefully calculated attacks, raptors can take down large targets with exceptional efficiency.
Yeah, look, the pack hunting, you know, that's very debatable. More than likely they probably mobbed that stuff. Oh, we keep going this way. Might see some of the other herbivores, so let's go this way. Beep beep, out of my way. I own the park. We're fine. We'll have one of the guys in maintenance come and fix it. A new day. Behold, Corythosaurus, the helmet lizard. Also relatives, Parasaurolophus as well, being in the same family.
Here at the park, it is our duty to mitigate damage and injury during a hurricane strike. Our weather forecasts provide us with a small degree of advance warning, allowing us time to relay any important instructions to our park guests.
Let's go exploring. Ooh. We have our Hadrosaurs, our Winnersaurus. Surprised we haven't seen any Edmontosaurs. Probably around here somewhere. Let's do a little
Hurricanes
off-roading.
cause significant disruption and destruction. It is not our intention to worry you, but to help prepare you for potentially dangerous conditions. Please listen out
There we
to the
go.
instructions during such adverse weather.
That was one of our Edmontosaurs, so that means they have to be around here somewhere. Microceratus. Or is that a Protoceratops? I can't tell. They kind of look the same.
Here at the park, it is our duty to mitigate damage and injury during a hurricane strike. Our weather forecasts provide us with a small degree of advance warning, allowing us time to relay any important instructions to our park guests.
That's a Corythosaurus, the helmet lizard. Montosaurus has to be around here somewhere, though.
Viewing buildings offer the best chance of getting a good glimpse at our prehistoric animals. There is no need to peer through fencing here. These buildings offer unparalleled views.
Got our trikes. Edmonto. Wizard of Edmonton, Canada. Where are you? Could be here at the watering hole. It's where all you guys come to congregate.
Brachiosaurus uses its broad jaws and conical chisel-like teeth to crop large quantities of plant material. Its jaws are actually surprisingly weak, and its movements are limited to rudimentary motions.
Now I'm trying to remember if I also... Fuck, alright, so we're gonna do a little bit off-roading. While they are not part of the tour, I'm going to give you up close and personal of our newest attraction that I forgot to put the fucking truck through.
cuidado al entrar y salir del recorrido jurásico.
So while this is not part of the tour, and I do plan to put it in, right now,
Chaotic tropical storms have been known to occur in these parts. Please be mindful of the dangers posed by these storms, and remember that conditions can change at alarming speed. If you have any concerns, please speak to a member of staff.
they're not part of the tour, sadly, but I'll give you guys a little look anyway. Don't worry about it, they'll be fine. Now, where did I put that gate? I forgot to put a gate down, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind, I am dumb as hell. I'm cooked. Well, onward, as they say. Now this is where we have some of our fish eaters. Specifically, Baryonyx and the Suchomimus. That is one of, if I remember correctly, 5 Suchomimus. The name itself meaning crocodile mimic, since the head looks almost like a crocodile.
112 million years ago, Suchomimus dwelled within the freshwater floodplains and river deltas of Niger in West Africa, scavenging for meat and hunting for fish.
Now let's try and get a look at our Baryonyx. This will be edited sometime into the tour. For now, this is an exclusive, a Rex exclusive. And there's 1, 2...
Nearly 100 tremendous teeth, perfectly suited to gripping and holding. As this Spinosaurus likes to feed on fish, its teeth are perfect for ensnaring its slippery prey.
Also, a fun fact, Baryonyx lived in the UK. That's where my girlfriend is from. That's right. You heard it here, folks. The Baryonyx is English.
Each dinosaur group you see in the park has a socially accepted leader. For some species, this leader is recognized as the group's alpha, but it may find itself being challenged regularly to retain its status.
Well, folks, that's been our land dwelling tour. So for now, let's go to our sea section, shall we? Now here in our aquatic section, there's a plethora of marine reptile life, ranging from the smaller side, like the Ichthyosaurus, all the way to sea titans, like the fucking Mosasaurus. That's right, we have a Mosasaur up in this bitch. We also have Arcleon, which is a supersized fucking leatherback sea turtle. Now, if you thought leatherbacks were huge, Arcleon is much bigger. So, chat, I want you to imagine this. Imagine the leatherback sea turtle, one of the biggest sea turtles of modern day. Now, imagine that, but about the size of, I'd say, maybe a Volkswagen Beetle, give or take. That's how big Arcleon was. Well, why talk about it when I can show you one? That's right. This right here is one of the biggest sea turtles to ever have roamed the earth. Now, while clumsy on the land, just wait till you see it in the sea. Or as we like to call it here, the Cape of Rex. Now, we also have a few other small attractions here as well. Arcleon is just one of many. This right here is the ichthyosaur, the ichthyosaurus. Now I know what you're thinking. Why does it look like a dolphin? Is it not a mammal? So this is a marine reptile, but it also looks like a dolphin. This is what we call convergent evolution. Two different species, but they evolved into a similar / same body plan. Hence, as you could tell, the dolphin-like look. You know, big eyes to see its fish, or you know, the aerodynamic body to help it push through the water. The plesiosaur. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have an idea of what this is, because of, you know, all the stories about, you know, lake monsters, sea monsters. Now, they have several different families, but the plesiosaur is the most well-known. You know, you have stories of lake monsters from Scotland to, the Cape of Monterey in California, where you have the monster of Monterey, Nessie. So while it would be cool to see one, this is about as close as I'm going to get to seeing one. Now here we have the Mac Daddy of the marine reptiles, the Mosasaurus hoffmanni. Well, not hoffmanni. This is its own genre. If anything, this is what they called it, Mosasaurus maximus, according to lore in Jurassic World. So, fun fact about mosasaurs, these guys are in the same family as monitor lizards. That's right. This big ass lizard swimming in the sea that could probably eat the last of the humpback whales if it really wanted to is in the same family as, more than likely, your pet iguana, if you have a pet iguana. They're also cannibalistic. And not only that, they're willing to cannibalize each other. Since some fossils do have bite marks on their skulls, displaying interspecies combat. It's the same thing with T-Rexes as well. They also have what we like to call counter shading. Obviously, it doesn't have it now because it's not like it's gonna hunt anything besides the sharks that I dangle. But essentially, counter shading is so the bottom from the let's say about the bottom of the chin to the back of its stomach, it would be a lighter color. And the top, from about the back of its head to maybe the back of its tail fluke, give or take, would be a either black or darker color. That way it wouldn't be seen from the top, and it also wouldn't be seen from the bottom as well while it was hunting. This is why you better thank God that you weren't around when these were roaming the seas. Otherwise, I don't think people would ever go in the water. Now, I know what I'm going to hear. Fuck.
Cuidado ao embarcar e desembarcar no passeio jurássico.
We're just having some technical difficulty, folks. Please give us a moment. Alright, I'm gonna send one of our repairmen to fix this. Can he even fix it? Oh shit, they can. Never mind. So while that's getting fixed, let's continue our lecture. Hello, Gideon. How are you doing?
Happy streaming.
Say the same thing every time.
I am good, thanks. How was your day?
My day's alright. So this is... Now I'm probably gonna butcher this. That, and because I can't fucking see very well, is a Notosaurus. This is a Notosaurus, a marine reptile that lived during the Jurassic period. This is a sort of transition species between land and sea reptiles. But I'll show you its entry.
Okay, is it an animal?
Yes, this is a animal that lived quite a long time ago. These do not exist anymore. Its height is about 3 feet. Fuck. I don't speak kilograms.
Oh, okay.
I don't speak kilograms. I'm an American. I speak meters. I speak feet. I speak pounds. So, give me a moment while I do the conversions. That we could actually find out how much this thing weighs. What was it? 150? So, Notosaurus weighs about 330.5 pounds. So, that would be about the size of, I don't know, what animal is 330 pounds? So that's about the size of a brown bear, which is kind of horrifying to think about. It's about 3 feet tall and what's that? 21 feet long. Jesus, bro. All right, that's kind of horrifying to think about. These guys lived in Germany, by the way. Well, modern. They're found in Germany. Alright, let's see if I can still read correctly. Because I might be illiterate. So, Notosaurus was first discovered in Germany's... I'm not going to try and say that. Whoever's German, you're probably better at that than me. But I'm going to try. Muschelkalk rock formation in 1893 by paleontologist George Zoo Munster. The first specimen was initially believed to have lived on land rather than in the sea. In fact, the genus takes its name from the ancient Greek for fossil lizard. Many further species of Notosaurus have been named since its initial discovery, with research suggesting it may have been an ancestor for Liopleurodon. So, this is a transitional species between land and sea. That's right, this is a convergent species, which is a transitional species from one extreme lifestyle to another. To which the surprise of no one is kind of terrifying to think about.
Bitte passen Sie beim Betreten und Verlassen der Fahrzeuge der Jurassic Tour auf.
I think I talked about the marine species. That should be everything. The ichthyosaurs. I did the mosasaur. Alright, let's go on to our flyers. Now this right here, this is one of my favorites. This is the Quetzalcoatlus. Initially discovered in Texas. Now, I bet I'm willing to know what some of you are thinking. Why is it so damn big, and how can it fly if it's that big? So, in comparison, I am playing the game. I am also giving a lecture on something that I have a lot of knowledge and care about. We are playing a game, but I am also giving you guys knowledge. So this is a Quetzalcoatlus. Thank you, I appreciate that. So this is a Quetzalcoatlus, one of the bigger pterosaurs in America, belonging to the family known as Darcy.
To play today.
I am playing a game right now. It is called Jurassic World Evolution 2. So this is a Quetzalcoatlus, one of the bigger pterosaurs that we have in the that used to live in the American states. I was about to say lived in the American states. They belong to a family known as Darkidae, which are supersized pterosaurs that could probably be compared to mythical dragons per se. Initially, these were discovered in Texas. There's actually two different species. Now keep in mind, these guys are taller than modern day giraffes. And while sometimes they seem too big to actually take flight, as you can see, it's very capable of powered flight and gliding as well. But that's not the most scary thing besides size and it being able to fly fairly quick. So I'm going to probably give you some of you guys nightmares. So paleontologists have speculated this massive, and I mean massive in very, very loose terms, pterosaur could hunt one of two ways. There's the stork way, where it would sort of walk around, pick up small animals like reptiles, maybe stray baby dinosaurs, and eat them whole. That's right, whole. No chewing, just gulp down like a fat man drinking a 2-liter Coca-Cola. Or it would skim the water, kind of open its mouth and go fishing. Yeah, that's right. If this thing saw you, it would consider you prey right away. Probably eat you whole too. But on to our next flyer. This is the Tapejara. Now some of these guys I know off the top of my head, some I don't. But as you could see, he's got a very funny looking dome. In case you could tell, you know, a very peculiar head shape. So this is the Tapejara, early Cretaceous flying reptile. Now, as you can see, it has a very prominent crest. What it was probably used for? Probably mating displays, some sort of mating ritual. Definitely not combat. I'm pretty sure that thing is very fragile. But it also looks like another pterosaur with a very similar head shape, the Tupundaculus. So easily recognized thanks to its unique appearance, Tapejara is a genus of pterosaur native to Brazil. That's right. It used to live in in Brazil, of all places. Or as it's known as hell, depending on who you ask. And the crest on the top of its head could grow to a meter in height. So height-wise, this thing is already like what, 3.5, like what, maybe less than 3.5 feet. So counting the crest as well, which is estimated to grow about 3 feet, you would look at nearly a, give or take, 4.5 foot to maybe little less than 5 foot to around 4.5 feet in height, if you're gonna count the crest. And these guys weren't small either. 7 kilograms. God, I hate conversions. Now, this is the one thing I hate about the game. It uses meters and kilograms. I'm not European. My girlfriend is, so she could probably do the conversion. I'm American. I use feet. I use inches. I use football fields. Bananas. Crocodiles. But yeah, these guys are fish eaters. Sometimes scavengers. More than likely, some of these flyers were opportunistic. It wouldn't surprise me if somewhere down the line, in maybe 50 years, someone's gonna try and do this, try to bring them back. I say this with the utmost pleasure. Please don't. I pray to my billionaire overlords to please not bring these back. Dimorphodon, my beloved, my little snaggletooth goober. I forgot I had the other look as well, the 2022 look. But this is from the Dominion movie. This design specifically. This is from the 2015 movie. Just base wise. So these little goobers, as you can see, they got some major dental work to be done. Now, I could make a British joke somewhere here, hello, governor type shit. But I'm not going to, since my girlfriend is English, and she'd probably get mad at me if I had made an English joke. But this is the Dimorphodon. Now, Dimorphodon is notable for the size of its head, which is much bigger than the rest of its body, and similar pterosaurs, such as Pteranodon. God, bro, I'm gonna have a stroke trying to say that. So its name translates to two-formed tooth in reference to 2 sets of teeth that it has. While Dimorphodon is one of the smaller subspecies, the smaller species of pterosaurs, weighing less than a few kilograms with a wingspan of around 1.5 meters. So essentially, it has about a 5 foot wingspan, but it's about the size of, give or take, maybe a small dog. But it's got two sets of teeth. That I think that's the scary part. So, fun fact as well, Mosasaurus, that's right, the mosasaur that lived in the late Cretaceous 66 million years ago, also has two sets of teeth. So, prey wouldn't get away. But on to the story. So, this genus was discovered by paleontologist and fossil collector Mary Anning in Dorset on the south coast of the United Kingdom. Okay, so that's already a joke. Fuck, I'm fighting demons to not say a UK dental joke, bro. I am fighting demons not to make the joke. I'm trying so hard. It it's it's compelling. It's haunting me. 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 So this was found in 1828. It was initially classified as a new species of, I am not going to try and say that, but in 1858, Anning's discovery was then known as Tupendaclys macryonyx, was officially classified as a new genus. So this happens a lot in paleontology, because sometimes you can't tell the difference between one species to another, because, sadly, dinosaurs don't live anymore. We can't actually look at an actual Dimorphodon and Pteranodon dactylus. I finally said it right. Thank fucking God. And those are two completely different species. It happens a lot more than we realize. Another real world example is Triceratops and Torosaurus. So I'm going to show you a picture of a Triceratops and a Torosaurus, and I'm going to let you try to guess. Now you see, Chet. This is a Torosaurus. Not a Triceratops. Who would have thought? Kind of looks like it. In the same family, though. They actually lived together as well, which is very funny. So Triceratops, I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Triceratops is. Do I really gotta explain what a Triceratops is? Come on, I'm pretty sure everyone has seen, Land Before Time. Maybe you've seen the first 3 Jurassic Park movies, or the entire series like I have, because I'm a fucking nerd, in case you couldn't tell. Or in case you also don't know, this was the rival of the T-Rex. This was, if anything, a T-Rex killer because of those prominent brow horns. Now, more than likely, not a T-Rex killer, but that's what it's known as, because him and T-Rex are always depicted together. You know, the dueling dinosaurs. It's practically all over media, Land Before Time. Because while it is a herbivore, you know, this is a 12-ton, a supersized rhino with 2 horns, probably made of keratin, you know, the same stuff our fingernails are made out of. It could probably charge a T-Rex if it really wanted to. But then again, most dinosaurs don't fight. They more than likely just intimidate. But I bet some of you are wondering, Orlando Rex? What is your favorite dinosaur? So I'm going to show you guys my 5 favorites in this game, at least. Some of them aren't in this game. So the first one right away is this guy, the Nasutoceratops. Now, this guy I like. He's very funny looking. Also, its name means big nose horn face, which is the funniest name I've ever heard for a dinosaur. Because they're saying, look at the schnoz on this thing. Look at the size of it, dog. That shit, you know what? You know what'd be funny? We're gonna call it Nasutoceratops. Big nose horn face. Now, it's funny looking, but, you know, don't let looks deceive you. That thing is a fucking tank in comparison to me. Now, this was actually a recent discovery as well. This is from 2006. God, that's 19 years. That's nearly 20 years ago. That's not recent. What the fuck? The passage of time catches up to all of us. It is truly horrifying to imagine. But yeah, also, its first depiction, if I'm correct, was in the short film Battle at Big Rock, fighting an Allosaurus and having a baby as well with another Nasutoceratops. Which, you know, baby dinosaurs are coming to Jurassic World Evolution 3, which I'm going to stream, and I'm going to have little baby dinosaurs. That's the dream. But my next one, where are you? My beloved. Where are you? I have to find it. Here we go. Found it. This is my other favorite. This is the Carnotaurus from South America. So, Carnotaurus is a family known as Abelisauridae, which I'm going to make fun of real quick. So, Abelisaurs have one particular trait that I find very funny. Their arms are essentially vestigial. It is essentially just a wrist bone. So essentially, to us humans, if we had arms like that, that would essentially be a wrist on where our arms would be, and that would be it. There would be no use for it, nothing. But the name itself means meat-eating bull. Not only was it in Jurassic World, Camp Cretaceous, and Dominion, this was also in a Disney film as well, Disney Dinosaur. There was two of them, and that was my first time ever seeing this. Also, another fun fact, I have a picture of a Carnosaurus skeleton as well, which I will post on my X account, which I absolutely love. So Carnosaurus, yeah, kind of funny looking arms. The horns are kind of cool.
This
But
is dangerous.
yeah, he's definitely dangerous. I mean, you can't outrun it. You can certainly try if you
You.
maybe if you zigzag like in the like in the TV show. But don't think you can actually outrun these guys. They'll probably find you if anything.
Confronted me at once fearful face.
Oh no, what is it? Half these guys could probably end our existence. So the next one, not a dinosaur, but still lived around that time. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what the megalodon is. I'm pretty sure I don't have to explain it. Supersized shark lived a couple million years ago. You know, people still think this shit is still around. It's not, and I'm gonna explain why. So first off, Megalodon is not a supersized great white shark. In the same family, yes, but an entirely different species. So Megalodon lived in an area around modern day Panama where an ancient sea used to be. And it would use that sea as a sort of highway between its hunting grounds and migratory grounds, so on and so forth. So when that seaway closed, because of rising temperatures in the water, along with competition from smaller seeker sharks, where great white sharks came into the picture, give or take about, let's say, ballparking maybe 15 million years ago, after it kicked the bucket, or as people say, Megalodon still exists because XYZ. It doesn't. First of all, this thing is about the size of a few school buses. Now I understand, you know, men of the high seas, sailors. You always have your stories. You know, kraken, sea monsters. Sharks the size of ships that people see that people see sink back into the water. Megalodon is real. Doesn't live among us anymore. I know some of you are surprised by that. A shark that could probably eat the last of the humpback whales, not being seen for millions of years. And people have put out media that kind of depicts the idea that it still exists. Like Megalodon, the monster shark lives. even though that thing is CGI, and it has the funniest photo I've ever seen of so I'm not gonna show you the image. You guys can look it up yourself. So it's a picture of a World War II U-boat, a Nazi U-boat from World War II, and I shit you not, it is a photoshopped image of of the fin, of the top fin, and the tip of the tail of the megalodon behind the U-boat. Now, Megalodon lived. Megalodon was not around then. I swear, my boy is not a Nazi. he's not a Nazi. He would eat the Nazis. All right. So that picture is not real. It has been debunked. Some people actually use it as proof, which horrifies me. You know, that's very terrifying to think about. But on to the next one. Now this one is a plant eater. It is my beloved I had to find it again. I have it in alphabetical order, but my mind is that of a retard that forgot how letters worked. This right here is one of my favorite herbivores. The Parasaurolophus. Now these guys were the cows of the Cretaceous, being numerous, big as hell, and moving in massive herds. Now, Parasaurolophus don't look all skinny like how they're depicted in the Jurassic series. When I say these guys have meat on their bones, they have meat on their bones. These are stocky, beefed up herbivores. Also, a fun fact: paleontologists in New Mexico recreated the crest chamber, the top of its head where you see the crest is. And we're able to produce sounds that the Parasaurolophus made. So most of these guys would put out low frequency sort of bellows slash sounds. So dinosaurs don't roar. You know, that's not a thing that they do. Dinosaurs lack the vocal cords that we humans do, or if they do have vocal cords, they have been more or less kind of faded away after millions of years being fossilized, because those things don't fossilize. But more than likely, Parasaurolophus sounded like a brass or wind instrument, being deep and resonating. Basically, you could feel it through your body. Now, the last one Now, this dinosaur I like for personal reasons. I had to go back up and find it again. Sometimes I hate alphabetical order. Where are you, my beloved? Here we go. So this right here is another one of my favorites. This is also from Disney's Dinosaur as well. This is an iguanodon. One of the other dinosaurs that are from the UK. At least this one doesn't have fucked up teeth like the Dimorphodon, so I can't make jokes about it. So these guys are in the same clade as hadrosaurs, but they're in their own group of species. Now, why do I like the iguanodon? So they have a very prominent thumb spike on their front limbs. So play dumb, get the thumb kind of deal. But also being in a movie that really affected my love for dinosaurs as well. Also, fun fact as well. So I want to go to England one day because they had the original statues. What was it? The little dinosaur garden of what dinosaurs were first thought to be as, which are very funny looking, and I want to go see them because it would be very funny to see. Also, the first guy that discovered iguanodon thought it was like a horn and put it on its nose at first, which is very funny. Also, it lived alongside Baryonyx as well. So, Baryonyx, while also being a piscivore, was not picky about going onto land to get food. Actually, Baryonyx was discovered with not just fish scales, but juvenile iguanodon bones as well. I still gotta fix that other car? Fuck, man. I gotta hire better illegals to do this work, man. I swear. That is just a joke, chat. But now I have to come up with names for these guys. So the T-Rex, I already know what I'm gonna name. One of them at least. So I'm going to put my real name for one of them. And the other one I'm going to name after my girlfriend. That's right, chat. I'm feeling a little bit romantical. Alright, that's our two T-Rexes named. I'm not gonna lie, watching these little guys socialize, it is so cute. It's like watching little raccoons with their little ringtails. They got Moros Intrepidus here too. Yeah, there we go. Moros Intrepidus, the Wandering Death. So, fun fact: these little guys are related to the T-Rex. That's right. These little guys right here, little feathered guys that grow less than a meter tall, are related to the T-Rex. Now, I bet you're wondering, Orlando, how did that little goober lead to it being to its relative being the size of a small maybe two-story house, give or take? So clades are very interesting because sometimes you see a species go through evolution over time. So with the T-Rex family, it is very interesting because you see something like this. Less than a meter tall. It has the same body structure. It has feathers, light feathering at least. And then somehow, millions of years of evolution and particular traits lead to this. So there are other species that are related to the T-Rex, or at least lead to the evolution of the T-Rex, such as the Protoceratosaurus, which let me see if I could actually get a picture of through one of the breeding things. That way I actually show you and not look like a fucking moron while doing my lecture. That's right, this guy right here, the Proceratosaurus. So this guy lives in China, or at least lived in China. That's right. This motherfucker is a transitional species between the T-Rex and its smaller cousins that lived during the Triassic and Jurassic period. But it's time for for my lecture to end. I hope you guys have learned something today at least, or at least have this going in the background. It's been fun, people. It's been a blast, but sadly we must part ways and I must go. Next stream is going to be this coming Friday. Won't be another Jurassic World Evolution stream, at least for a while. Maybe I'll play Marvel Rivals or Fortnite again, if I remember. But yeah, I hope you guys learned something. Always do your own research. There are very good paleo documentaries out there. My favorite one right now is Prehistoric Planet. You should watch that. I highly recommend it. And yeah, it's been fun, but time for us to part ways. And remember, always explore the wild side.